Playing with ice cool. Playing with Jimmy. Playing with Jimmy. time to watch YouTube while I'm reading.
My boyfriend, Jake. What's up, everyone? I spent 200 days in Minecraft as a shapeshifter. Previously, I crafted a shapeshifter wand that let me transform into powerful mobs, gain their abilities. But today, villager wizards have appeared in my world. They're offering to trade rare items called shapeshifter stones. When each of these stones are combined with my wand, I unlock a group of elemental shapeshifts with crazy abilities that will help me survive for 200 days. I defeat the bosses of all 4 stones and complete my shapeshifter wand. Stay tuned to find out. So, the journey continues. I loaded the world and I was back in my base as an orangutan. I then turned towards my door and saw that somebody was waiting outside. They kind of looked like a wizard.
Hello. If you're looking to upgrade your shapeshifter wand, travel past the mansion to the wizard tower, where I shall be waiting for you. However, beware of archers hidden in the forest on your journey there.
Before I even had a chance to reply, the wizard ran off into the dark oak forest, so I decided to follow him. I used my orangutan ability to jump up the hill, then turned into a shark and begun swimming through the lake. But then, 2 archers emerged from the trees. They began shooting arrows at me, but because my shapeshift was strong, I took them out pretty easily. I picked up the items they dropped, used my trident to travel to the end of the lake, and in the distance, I could finally see the wizard tower. This place was massive, and definitely wasn't here before. At the bottom, it had a double chest with bread, emeralds, and a saddle, and I also collected all of the hay bales to trade with villagers later on. Then, I ran up the staircase, and when I reached the top, the wizard was waiting for me.
Ah, I see you made it. I would like to offer an upgrade to your shapeshifter wand.
Interesting. What does this upgrade do?
By trading with the other wizards in this tower, you can obtain elemental stones. When these are combined with your wand, they unlock a huge amount of powerful shapeshifts.
That sounds pretty good to me. Are there any conditions?
However, there are some conditions. If you wish to upgrade your wand, you will have to slay powerful beasts, and you may only take 7 of your current shapeshifts with you. Choose wisely.
Okay, well, before I pick my shapeshifts and upgrade the wand, let's speak to the other wizards. This guy must be the forest wizard, so to get the forest stone, I need 64 of every type of crop, 256 ancient oak logs, and a forest orb. What is that?
The forest orb is obtained by killing the evil archers who roam the forest around here. They all have a small chance to drop pieces of the pillager totem, and when all 3 pieces are placed, the pillager boss will spawn. Defeat him, and you will get the orb that is needed for these brand new shapeshifts. The tiger, gorilla, red panda, elephant, ocelot, and wheat golem.
So, I decided it was time to pick the 7 shapeshifts that I was going to keep. But while I was scrolling through them, the wizard threw me a map, and it contained today's sponsor, Monster Legends. Monster 6 different rarities, create rare new species, there are over 800 of them to discover. I wonder what happens if you breed a water and fire monster. You can even find YouTubers in Monster Legends like Dream, Mr. Beast, Jacksepticeye, and more. If you're a competitor, 1,000 food, 300,000 gold, 10 gems, and the epic
Guess
monster
the
video.
YouTuber.
Thank you to Monster Legends for sponsoring this video, and yeah, let's continue.
Starts with
Make sure that
speed.
these would not only be strong enough to fight powerful bosses, but also
No, it's
useful
not.
for collecting the items that I need for each stone.
Usually
here's
you
what I
might
decided on.
think.
Firstly, the Warden. Its abilities give extra reach and attack damage. Next was the Shark, which gives extra damage and speed underwater. My third choice was a Creeper, which lets me explode and eat gunpowder. Number 4 was the Strider, which lets me walk on lava and gain speed on lava. Number 5 was the Red Fungus, which lets me grow plants using my hunger bars and gain hunger in sunlight. Number 6 was the Toad, which gives me the luck effect, lets me leap like a frog, and also take no fall damage. And lastly, the Orangutan, which lets me swing from blocks like a monkey, but I can only eat vegetables. And so, the quest for the Forest Stone begun. The first item that I needed was the wand upgrade table, so that I could combine the 4 elemental stones with my shapeshifter wand. The wizard was trading this for 128 oak logs and 8 iron blocks, so I started breaking trees. But then, out of nowhere, I was attacked by some archers, and using my warden shapeshift, I took them out. I then collected the rest of my logs and started on the iron blocks. Luckily, while I was looking around for a cave, I heard skeletons below me, so I dug straight down and found one. I killed the nearby mobs and began mining all of the iron that I saw. Then I decided to change my shapeshift into a creeper so that mobs weren't hostile towards me. This came in very useful when I found a skeleton spawner, since I could loot the chests without them attacking. After mining even more iron, I finally had the materials I needed, so I headed back to the wizard tower, smelted all of my iron, and traded for the upgrade table. The next item that I needed was the Forest Stone, which requires 64 of every crop, 256 ancient oak logs, and finally, the Forest Orb. So I started with the ancient oak logs, since there was a dark oak forest right next to the village. This took quite a while, but eventually, after breaking 2 massive trees, I had all 256 ancient oak logs. Next, I went into the village and looked for beetroot plants. These were kind of hard to spot, but I used my red fungus shapeshift to grow the plants until I found some. But when I broke it, a villager nabbed my seeds, so I couldn't even grow anymore. Put it back. Luckily, I found some more later though, so this time I made sure to do the farming by the base so that the villagers wouldn't steal from me. When I got back, I collected my carrots and potatoes from the farm, grabbed the wheat from my storage, and farmed beetroot using my shapeshift ability and bone meal. Once I collected all of my materials, it was finally time to summon the pillager boss. The evil archers in the woods have a very small chance to drop a piece of the totem, and ravagers are guaranteed to drop a piece of the totem, so I was considering completing a raid. I began by fighting archers, and decided to switch between the orangutan and the warden shapeshift, since the grappling hook lets me move around really fast, and the warden does tons of damage. After fighting for a couple of days, I found an archer with a banner on its head, and this actually dropped my first totem piece, the totem base. However, killing this archer gave me the bad omen effect, so I was kind of reluctant to go into the nearby village. But eventually while fighting, I stepped slightly too close and triggered a raid. The first round had archers, which I took out pretty quickly, but then pillagers started appearing as well, so I decided to shapeshift into the warden. Then I took out a ton of pillagers and ended up getting 2 more totem bases, which was kind of unlucky. Eventually a ravager appeared, and using my insane reach as the warden, I took it out pretty easily, and luckily it dropped the top totem piece, so all I needed now was the middle. In the final round of the raid, another ravager appeared, and to make this even worse, my hunger was low, which made me blind because of my shapeshift abilities. I could also only eat meat, so I had to take it out right now since I couldn't regenerate. And after a ton of hits, I finally killed it and got the last totem piece, so I could finally summon the boss. I got to a nice open area, placed all 3 pieces down, and particles began appearing. Then after a couple of seconds, the pillager boss was summoned. This guy was immune to arrows and could fire wither skulls using his staff. I used my creeper explosions to deal extra damage to him. Luckily, since this is the least powerful of the 4 bosses, my gear was holding up pretty well. I dodged most of the wither skulls through the shooting and got some really good crits with my netherite sword. Then eventually, I got the low ground and finished him off. He dropped 2 enchanted gold ingots, which I could use later, but most importantly, the forest orb. I now had every item that I needed for the forest orb trade, so I ran back to the wizard tower and traded all of the items that I collected for the forest stone. Next, I placed the upgrade table and combined the stone with my wand, and now I had unlocked all of the forest shapeshifts. These include the gorilla, which can throw bananas and swing from blocks. Next is the tiger, which has no attack cooldown, increased jump height, and a dash ability. Third is the straw golem, which lets me infinitely grow crops. Fourth is the bee, which lets me float and sting enemies. Fifth is the elephant, which lets me charge at enemies and has insane health. Sixth is the red panda, which lets me eat bamboo for extra hearts and has increased running speed. And lastly, the ocelot, which lets me scare creepers and buffs fish. So, I tested my brand new shapeshifts by turning into a gorilla, and used my ability to throw some bananas out of the tower. I then spoke to the ocean wizard and decided that this was the next stone I was going to collect. It requires 64 cod and salmon, 16 pufferfish and tropical fish, as well as 8 nautilus shells and the ocean orb. How do I get that extra story? I mean, the ocean wizard?
The ocean orb is obtained by killing the Kraken, a giant sea monster that can be found near shipwrecks. Defeat it to obtain the orb that is needed for the sea dragon, orca, tortoise, platypus, seal, and blobfish shapeshifts.
So, the journey for the ocean orb began. I floated to the bottom of the tower using my new bee shapeshift, then used the gorilla's banana ability to kill some creepers in the forest near my house. When I got back, I decided that it was time to make some upgrades to my base, because I wanted 3 different floors. First, I broke a ton of trees so that I had enough oak and spruce logs, and then started building. Guys, while I build, I have an important message. Our last video has 10 million views, and 90% of those are from people who aren't subscribed. So if that includes you, if even 5% of you guys did subscribe, we would get to 2 million instantly. So you guys should just do it right now. It's free, and you guys get to see even more crazy videos like these. Anyway, back to watching a monkey build a house. Now the staircase and back area were complete, I decided to make my underground enchanting rooms. I wanted to make it look kind of like an elevator shaft, and it turned out pretty well. One was a regular enchanting room and had enough bookshelves for level 30, and to build the other room, I needed some blocks from the nether, so I took a trip to a close-by bastion and grabbed a ton of blackstone, and then built my cursed enchanting room. In my mod pack, I could get a block called an altar, which lets me curse my items to increase the level of any enchant by 1. This means I can get insanely useful enchants like Fortune 4 or Sharpness 6, but they also get random curses, which I'll explain later. And finally, the build was complete. I'm definitely not the best builder out there, but I think this base looks pretty cool. There was one block that I still needed for my house to be complete, the cursed enchantment table, and to get one, I was going to have to find another woodland mansion. So, I headed back into the Dark Oak Forest, and eventually found a modified swamp biome which looked really cool. I took out an archer, and eventually stumbled across something called a sunken ruin, and it was filled with witches. I found a chest inside one of the huts that contained some basic brewing items, as well as something called bottles of lightning.
No.
Today, Sunny and I attempt toilet tower defense on impossible mode. Now, you might be thinking to yourself,
Time for us bad guys to save the world.
I've got a question for you. How many coins do you think it takes to unlock the new godly upgraded Titan Cinema Man? 10,000? 100,000? 1 million? Let's find out. We're not stopping until we unlock this insanely rare, strong new tower. Make sure you subscribe to our channel for more epic videos. The first 500 new subscribers will get goated. Sonny, 1 minute left until toilet tower defense updates. Let's go! I just received my luck and coin boost. Goated! Let's go! Wait a second, Melon! Get to the patches! These things are probably gonna be gone forever! Buy more crates! Wait, hold on a second. You're right, Sonny! You're right! 15,000, 6,000 Robux. Go quick, go quick. It's our last shot! Bye, 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 bye. Oh no, Sonny. I have 124 candies left. I've spent it all! Same here, Sonny. I've got all the crates I could get. I'm also gonna buy 10 more spider crates, just in case these get removed. It's all good. I already got my spider TV. I don't even care. Oh, yeah. But you don't have the corrupted cameraman. 1 second left till update. It's updating. Yo, I can't wait. It's about to kick us out. And then we'll be back in a fresh toilet tower defense. Guys, press that like button for update day. Our favorite day in the world. Apart from my birthday and Christmas and my birthday and when we hit 1 million subscribers, that'll be a pretty good day. And no, Sonny, you're forgetting your favorite day.